Hey everybody, it looks like maybe I got this to work. So we're going to try and see how this works out. Oh good, somebody's joining me, so that means it is working. This has definitely been a big learning curve in trying to get this sorted. Now, let me see if I can figure out where to see. So I see that you can see me. I don't know where. Okay. Hi, Cindy. I see comments. So I'm going through one program to Facebook, so I don't see who arrives. But I do see if you guys leave me a little, you write something, I'll say hi back. So today we are playing with border prints and a, hi Alicia. Thank you. This is one of my favorites. We're playing with border prints and a 60-degree triangle. I am actually at my mom's today, and at my parents' really. It's not just my mom's house, but my parents' house. And she has this amazing sewing room that everybody's jealous of. Even I'm jealous of. But I just wanted to show you some options here of things that you can do with border prints. This is what I'm working on today, is this border print. So the weird thing about going through this program that allows me to use two cameras is there's a pretty big delay. Hi, Joan. It's good to see you. So you have to forgive me a little bit. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing, but it's literally like a 20-30 second delay. But this is one possibility to use your 60-degree triangle. There's another. And this one you can build off of. If you want to make this one longer, you just keep doing these little S's. See, right here. Like twists, I guess it turns into like a twisted donut. This is the one that I'm going to be working on today. So, this one has like a bigger color definition between the darks and the lights. You can do this with a border print, like I have here. I have a couple other border prints to show you. So, here's a Christmas one. That's very similar to this as far as contrast. And then here's this really pretty blue one. So when I am picking a border print, I'm really just picking what I like. It's not, I'm not necessarily thinking about exactly how it's going to look as I lay it out. But it's probably not a bad idea to think about that. So with these, and doing how I'm going to cut them, how I'm going to take them apart and put them back together, is definitely something worth thinking about. This one, to help save waste, I would probably cut it here below this black line. So there's one strip. Same with this one. I would probably, because there's this pretty blue piece here, I would probably cut it right here, so that this pretty blue piece is again here. Or I could cut it off down here. So the bigger my strip is, the bigger my piece is going to be. Now, I don't have a ratio to tell you this is going to be so many inches by so many inches. I don't know what that is. I just kind of make it up as I go. I have a round table in my dining room, and so I thought that this fun drink one would be cute for summer. I initially had cut just some drinks off, and I think that would be fine to do with the super basic beginner with this one right here. I think this will be just fine with that. Oops. Let me get that back. So with this one, I think just this one strip will be fine for that. But because there's no color variance, like adding this blue in, I don't think doing any other shapes would work well with that. So I'm going to put that aside for now. And I'm going to show you how I cut this. I need my straight ruler. Here we are. So I cut this one. If I'd started from the bottom and I hadn't cut that off, I probably would have cut it here. Put the blue on the bottom and the drinks on the top. But that's not how this one worked out, which is fine. Again, this is kind of choose your adventure. Not a big deal. Figure it out as you go. I've measured this stripe, and it's about a 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down 1/4 inch all the way across, and that's where I'm going to cut my strip. If it's not exact, it's not exact. This, I mean, I could probably adjust it and spend a bunch of time in making it exact. I am not that person. I do not do exact work. It is very difficult for me to do exact work, and I don't like it. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do the best that I can, and I am happy with that. So I cut as much as I can with the ruler. I'm going to line up another 1/4 inch. I measured this fabric a little bit ago, and it's about 4 yards. And I almost got a whole table topper out of the 4 yards. So I'm going to end up cutting a whole strip just because that's how it's going to work. And then I will show you how I lay it out. My mom has this super awesome design board. She was so cute. She goes, I even used a lint roller and took all the little pieces of lint off of it, and it looks pristine white. It's really pretty. I'll show you guys in a minute when we get over there. So it's going to take me a couple minutes to cut this out just because it is 4 yards long. I very clearly didn't know what I was going to do with it when I bought it. I think this was one that I bought actually at the Elmo Variety Store as she was going out of business. If you guys, any of the locals remember her, she just went out of business about a year ago, I think. Definitely missed that shop. That was a really great shop. Seems like a lot of quilt stores are going out of business. I think it just makes it harder. Makes it harder to pick fabrics if you do it online. I might buy like my starting fabric online because I'm all about a good deal, guys. I know you are too. So, yeah. But it's hard if I want a very, like if I really wanted this yellow or this red, it's unless I get it from the same line, it's really hard to pick that stuff out online. So I hope people are still using their local quilt shops as much as they can. I understand budget. Single mom, totally get it. All right, I'm done with this. You guys ever watch Eleanor Burns? You know, she just throws her scraps over her shoulder. I get it. I know why she does that. It's so much easier to do that than to manage it. But I don't want to mess up Mom's sewing room too much, so we won't do that. All right, so I'm going to go back to the beginning because that's how my brain works. All right, here is our 60-degree triangle, which is basically, it's just an equilateral triangle. It's nothing complex than that. You can ask for, most places will call it a 60-degree triangle. So if you're looking for the 60-degree triangle ruler, which is what this is, that's what you're going to ask. If you ask for an equilateral, the quilt shop may not know what you're talking about. If you do a search online, you want to search a 60-degree triangle. This one is by Creative Grids. They are not a company that I can, they only distribute out of one distributor, and I'm not a member of that distributor yet. I'm working on it. But this one is cool because they cut the top off, so your dog ears are already taken care of. So that helps with your bulk. I have discovered that, because I already cut a bunch of triangles, just so y'all don't have to stand here for a long time watching me do my work. I am doing a 10.5 inch cut. And for the most part, that's pretty right. So I'm going to line it up on the top. This ruler has 1/4 inch lines, but I'm going to use my 10.5 inch line. Hold it down and cut it out. I try to do one cut without lifting my hand or lifting the ruler, so that things don't shift. Look, here's my scrap, my Eleanor Burns throw over my shoulder, right? And because I'm not using the grid on my cutting mat to line anything up, I'm lining up on my fabric, not on my grid. So I don't need to position it in any special way on my grid, on my mat. I do need to line it up on my ruler. So there's that cut. Look, it already takes off the dog ear for me. So I'm going to go down that way. I just need to make 4 more cuts, and then we will be ready to lay it out. I'm not going to sew today, but I will show you how. The nice thing about this is you can use this triangle and never have to sew a Y seam. So please remember that to post questions as we go. I can see comments. I cannot see when people arrive. Oh, see, look, I need to scroll down. Hi, Karen. Hi, Michelle. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, this is what I tried to do last week for my camera setup, and my laptop literally died 2 minutes before I went live. So I need to bring it into the computer laptop fixer guy. Let's see if he can't sort that out. But so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will remember to scroll down so I can see them. Now this over here is I've got a little bit hanging off. For the most part, that doesn't happen too much. But I do want to square that up and make sure that I keep getting my triangles nice and square. Michelle just has been working on a equilateral triangle quilt, and I'm super excited to get that into the shop so that we can show you guys. She's been working. We were making a quilter out of Michelle, let me tell you. It's pretty fun to watch. I love seeing her excitement and her joy coming out of her sewing room. Let me see how many I have here. So 8, 9, 10. I need 12 of each, so we're going to keep cutting a little bit more. If I had too many, it's not the end of the world. I don't mind. 10.5. So, as I was saying earlier, there's definitely a delay. So it's very odd for me to see myself. First, it's odd to see yourself on camera, you guys. That's taken me a little while to kind of get over. But to see yourself on camera and then delayed, it's very creepy. Alright, that's 11. I need 1 more of each, and that should be plenty. So just so you guys know, this is a 10.5 inch cut that I'm doing. I had 4 yards of fabric, and I got about 9 triangles out of 4 yards. So now there's usually 4 sets of borders per yard. So I probably could have done 1.5 yards, 2 yards, and gotten the same amount. So You don't need to buy 4 yards. Now, if you're going to do one of the longer ones, like the beginning one, like I showed you with just this cut, and I can show you that picture again, the longer your yardage, the longer your table runner will be. So, and I've totally lost count again. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. Okay, perfect. All right. We're going to take all this over to the design wall. And I'm going to take my iPad as well. And I'm going to turn the laptop around so that you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. Sorry about the jostling here. Let's see if that works. There. Okay. So you guys. Get it set up a little bit better. Like I said, there's a pretty long delay, but that's okay. We'll work through it. So this is what I was talking about. The longer your yardage is, the longer this will be. So if you have a TV stand or a bureau or a a buffet, something that you want it to go down and over, you'll want longer yardage, or you can piece it. You can do that if you don't mind seeing the seams in the middle. So just a heads up on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out this kind of roundish one. And usually the first one kind of takes me a minute to remember how it goes. So we're going to start over here so we can build. So the cool thing about this design wall that my dad bought for my mom a few years ago, he got it from Sew Expo 1 year. It's retractable. It goes up into itself, up in the header here. It's kind of, you know what it reminds me of is the screen from school. When you used to watch videos and stuff on the projector, that's what it reminds me of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Don't need to switch yet. The cool thing about working with these 60-degree triangles is there's no Y seams. You would think that there's Y seams, but there's not. No Y seams. I am setting this up because next week I'm going to show you all about one-block wonders and how amazing those are. Okay, so this one goes here. These go in sets of 4. I'm just going to build a table topper. I think this will be a nice one for my table at home. Oops. All right. I was hoping I didn't have to pin it, but it looks like I will. It's all right. I don't mind. Oops. This is a flannel. This white is just flannel. I don't know who makes them, but it came from Sew Expo. My dad got it. Because there's a closet. This is an old bedroom. So there's a closet back here, and this way she can retract it and get back into her closet if she needs to. All right. You all see it? All right, so now I do have to think about this. This is one of those that can get tricky. So my oldest niece just graduated high school today. Congratulations to her. So that was fun. Not quite how we expected it to go as far as how we get to watch it, but it had always been one of those things where we could view it online, which is how we watched her graduate. It was just very empty, the auditorium. So we are expecting them to come over pretty soon. So we're getting a little family barbecue. That's why I'm at my parents' today. Yeah. Sweet. It's coming together. You guys see it? Wrong one. Getting ahead of myself. All right, does anybody have any questions so far? We're all on board. We're all doing all right. Is that right? Yes. It's going to be a big circle, kind of. Like a big hexagon, I guess. This is what's going to end up happening. Whoops. Triangle down. So if I wanted to play with the placement of what drinks were where, I could do that. Right now, I just want you to see how things go together. I'm going to show you how to sew it together. It's just straight lines, like I said. And I think because I keep moving it is why things keep falling off. So, wait. So, this one. No, this isn't right. It's not right because I only want one. See how there's 4 pieces in a section? I only want one of those in the middle. So this needs to go down here. Otherwise it won't turn out in a circle. I'm glad I caught that early before we got too far along. All right, so now it's going to circle around. So this one, I'm going to start it in the center, see? It's not super tight, but that's all right. When you sew it together, this at least gets you the idea of what we're doing, how it works. This is one of those things, like I said, I'm not going to sew it today, because we all know how to do that part. I just want you to see how I cut things out and how I lay it out. So that hopefully you can do this too. I know that I like to get fabric and then have no idea what I'm doing with it. I'm really good at that with border prints because for some reason I'm obsessed with border prints. But we want to start in the middle. There's our middle. Build around that. I think this is right. I don't know. Let's see, huh? Oh, you guys, this always kind of scares me when I'm trying to teach something and then it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. It's not like every teacher's fear. All right. No, I think we got it. All right. Let's do this again. Here's our center. This is a pretty good size quilt or table topper. When I do table toppers, I don't put batting in them because it creates too much bulk. And then if you set a glass down on a seam with batting in it, it has a tendency to not stay up. And I already have a hard enough time with not spilling. So what I use is flannel, the other F. So I will use a flannel as my batting if I'm going to do that. Sometimes I don't even do that. I don't put anything in it. If I do use a flannel, I'm going to pre-wash the heck out of it because flannel shrinks like none other. So I want it to shrink as much as I can. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that's hilarious. Okay. Got people trying to call me on Facebook, I think. Anyway. So, there is my big table topper. Now, if I were to sew this, what I would do is this is a row right here. So here's one row. You can see the gap here. I'm going to sew this one to this one, here to here, here to here, here to here. I'm going to sew that row. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to sew this row. Same thing here and then here. And then, you could go this way. It's the same. It ends the same. But that's my row. So I don't have to do Y seams. It's all straight lines. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so the person that was just trying to call me was telling me my dog is loose. So I need to figure that out on top of. I hope you guys like this. Next week we will work on one block wonders, which is, again, using the 60-degree triangle. Plus, thanks Alicia. Thanks, Joan. So we're going to do one block wonders. It is 6 layers because it's a hexagon. How I position everything, how I keep it lined up, how I cut it. So next week will probably be a little bit longer of a video. But this is a good start to play with our 60-degree triangle, our equilateral triangle. And, yeah, I will probably get this sewn up in the next week or two. Probably 2, let's be real. And get it out on my table. So, does anybody have any last questions or anything up there? Thought of why we were working on this? Like I said, there's tons of patterns, again, on Pinterest with border prints. Thanks, Sue. I like it, too. It'll be fun. It's a nice summer fabric. Yeah. So I think that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, you can message me. And I will let you know what's going on in the store. I will be sending out an email this evening with the link for this. And I will see you guys later. Take care. Thank you.